You ready to go? This is George Butler at the Westin in Dallas, Texas, along with Debra Medina, and she has just concluded tonight her second debate. Debra Medina, tell us what's pulsating and coursing through those veins of yours, that heart and mind and soul overall, mainly soul.
Well, George, we're hearing really good reports from the debate tonight. I think right now I'm exhausted. I run real hard when I'm up, and I need about 7 hours of sleep, and I'll be up and ready to fight another day tomorrow. But it looks like we've hit another tipping point. I think tonight we've seen tremendous traffic on our website. It looks like we've had great response on the polls that are out there so far. I think the national media is beginning to pay attention to this campaign. Many of us have said from the very beginning of this race that Texas will lead the country back to our constitutional roots. I think folks are beginning to believe that now. They can taste the victory. We know it's within our grasp. We have a great opportunity here. We've got about 30 some odd days left until the election, 16 or 17 days before early voting starts. Really have a lot of work to do. We cannot let up. It is there. We can feel it. Let's get out there and continue to work hard. We'll end up winning this race.
Debra, I asked you a question this evening about what your first official act would be as governor of this state of Texas, and my voice went low and sort of gravelly, and I was a little bit emotionally overtaken. Tell us your response to those that didn't see the debate.
Well, I said that we are working even today to prepare the legislation to eliminate property tax in Texas. I really believe that private property ownership is an essential element of freedom. It's not a fiscal issue for me, but we do have a very real fiscal need in the state to make sure that government services are adequately funded. The proper way to do that, the best way to do that, the way that causes the least amount of drag on the economy, the least amount of drag on moms and dads and business people in the state is with a consumption tax, a sales tax. We're going to have legislation in Texas to get that done. So we've been making that a part of the stump speech as I've traveled all around the state. But we've also begun to engage state representative candidates and state senatorial candidates. I have encouraged our volunteers and our supporters to have that conversation. I think the new litmus test in the Republican Party has got to be not just are you pro-life, but are you pro-property. Property is an essential element of freedom. We've got to understand that. We've got to protect it. It has ramifications beyond the property tax in Texas. We've seen abuse of eminent domain. We've seen abuse of private property ownership rights all up and down our border. We've got to restore private property rights, respect for that, and respect for the rule of law. We'll see a prosperity come quickly back to our state that we haven't even dared dream about in years. I think that's the thing that's most exciting, is that Texans are starting to dream again, starting to kind of reach deep.
I'm ready.
Yeah, it's
I'm dreaming with you, Debra.
It's really awesome to see the light kind of coming on in people's eyes as they begin to think about the real reality of that property ownership and what that's going to mean, not just for them personally, but what it's going to mean for our state. I think I said tonight, when men are free, they can work and they can prosper. Most of us want to help. We want to help our family, we want to provide for our family, and then we want to help our neighbors. But we have been so oppressed by this overbearing government that we don't have anything left. We're running on empty. And when you restore property ownership, you let man keep that he's working for, he's going to work real hard, he's going to be real prosperous, and everybody is going to rise as a result of that. It's a really exciting time to be a Texan. I've got promises from people all over the country that they're moving to Texas soon, so we're going to have a lot of new talent here as well, and we've had a good day today.
Debra, there was an article recently, I can't recall the publication, but they're saying that you're becoming a national leader in these areas. Are you getting other feedback from other people like that?
Well, we're hearing supporter comments, both calling into our campaign office, writing on the Facebook webpage, sending emails, sending handwritten letters, sending money, that people around the country are watching. It's coming from every state, and I dare say from other nations as well. We've got expats that are living in other parts of the world that are watching this campaign. Freedom is popular. It is the message that our founders staked their lives, their liberty, their dollars, and their sacred honor for. It is, Penny, my campaign manager, often says it's the message that those kids died in Tiananmen Square for, and it's a real privilege for me.
A little candle.
Yeah, I am a vessel for that message. This is not my message. It's a message that's been around since time began, and real humbled to be carrying that message for Texas, working really hard to try to do justice to that message, and to try to be faithful for Texas and fighting hard. Going to continue to fight hard. Looking forward to the election on March 2nd.
Debra Medina, you're happy, you're exuberant tonight, and boy, you deserve every bit and every big smile and crack on your face. And boy, I certainly do congratulate you on a fine debate tonight. And you really believe in what you're doing for this state and for this country.
I do. Thank you, George.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being with us.